the video today, then we'll talk around a thing called growth through hierarchy. This is hopefully gives you a sense of that. Oh, it's like a ladder. It's a hierarchy, but you can grow through that as well. So you've got some potential for growth and some potential for development as well. Okay, so it should open up, but like a succession planning for supervisors, for line managers, for managers and leaders. We can see the knowledge, the skills, and the behaviors needed for the various phases of management and leadership.
Yeah, it can be useful as well for aspiring managers or aspiring leaders, so they can sort of see that hierarchy and think of the things where their strengths are now, but also where they might need developed to jump onto that ladder.
And a way to use this in a very simplistic way is to, even just for yourself, is to have a look at the growth through hierarchy, which we'll be showing on the screen right now. And where do you think you might have a bit of a block? Just as a simple set of questions. And as you can see at the bottom of this growth through hierarchy, we have the 4 elements of emotional intelligence. We talked about that in our last video. It underpins talent management strategies. It underpins everything that we do. We need to be good at emotional intelligence. We need to develop emotional intelligence. So we have the 4 elements there. Do you think you've got an issue anywhere around those 4 elements, or anything else in the growth through hierarchy?
Yeah, and we've put it there, just to add it, we've put it there, this is the foundation, because you need good emotional intelligence or good EQ, whether you're a manager or a leader, because it's about managing your own emotions and influencing your own emotions, but also the emotions of others. Yeah. So manager or leader needs good EQ, really.
And you hear it time and time again now, but not from us. We'll just reword things that people have said at times. But some of the big influencers out there, when they talk about hiring, what do they hire for? Emotional intelligence. So they're building a scheme to say we're looking for emotionally intelligent managers and leaders. So you will, if you're moving around in the job market, be bumping up against some form of emotional intelligence questionnaire, interview, because people realize it is the foundation, and it means a lot to organizations. But good emotional intelligence, you can learn the knowledge and the skills. A bit more difficult learning the right behaviors to be emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
So again, it's a hierarchy, as you can see now. Some of our clients call it the rocket. You can call it what you want, but you can see the shape of it. There's 2 triangles there, and the base is the emotional intelligence. There's 2 triangles, one where we've got 5 elements, and those 5 elements we're calling management. This is doing things right. This is straight from Peter Drucker. Anybody who's into management and leadership, you'll have come across Peter Drucker at some stage. And his term, management is doing things right. And this book here actually is called The Effective Executive. Okay, and that executive means executing, getting things done. But making sure you're doing those things right. That's management. And then the leadership element is doing the right things. A lovely little subtlety, play on words, but it really does sort of capture the imagination as well. Leaders, it's doing the right things, it's choosing the right things to be done on a long-term basis. That's where you become strategic. There's no point choosing 3 different things every week. It's what are 3, 4, 5, 6, we've talked about them before, strategic priorities. These are the things we're going to do them well. And that then cascades through the management hierarchy. And leaders will be a bit more strategic.
Yeah, and as you've said, it's on the background there, you'll see that on the screen. But just some of the key things in there is the strategic thinking, leading people, innovation, impact, influence, and achievement orientation. So very much the leadership, doing the right things. And we're going to cover each element in more detail in future videos. So they're the leadership modules, management modules, as you'll see, starting from the bottom. I've mentioned EQ, but then it's about communication, energizing people, learning agility, that one in particular, because if you're going to develop yourself through the hierarchy, then you need good learning agility.
And again, we talked about that in one of our videos,
Yeah.
high potentials and agile learning. Yeah, it's a necessary attribute in today's world. Google's your mother. If you need to find out something, you go straight to Google. You haven't got to wait for a formalised training course. Yeah, you can find out anything or most things from Google or YouTube. There's somebody been there before and they're showing you how to do these things. So agile learning is absolutely critical.
And it's a good point, because when we measure EQ, when we look at EQ, a key element of that is the motivation, the self-motivation. Have you got the motivation to actually, and the desire to develop yourself and self-improve? So there's some of the key things that we look for as you move through the hierarchy. And then the other two for the management levels is, let's say, problem solving and resilience and perseverance. So again, we'll cover each module in more detail in some of the future videos.
Yeah.